Hey guys, so today I'm going to be testing the Lime Crime Unicorn hair for brunettes. A ton of you asked me to do this on my roots, so that's what I'm going to do today. I decided on not putting on makeup to start this video out because I'm just going to take a shower anyway. So I got the charcoal color. It is a lot darker than I sort of thought it was going to be. It almost looks black. I've seen quite a few Instagram pages like making this into a video and like hyping it up, saying like, oh, there's finally a dye for brunettes, and showing like hot pinks and oranges and all these bright colors, when really that's totally not what this dye is. The description of it says that it is full coverage formula, pigmented enough to show up on light to medium brown locks, bleached or unbleached. So I would say that my hair is about medium brown, and I feel like this is definitely darker than my hair, so I'm pretty confident that it's going to show up. This is supposed to be a charcoal gray, and here's how it looks on the website. I decided to get this color because the color is essentially going to run through the rest of my hair, and so I assume that this is probably going to make it a mid-toned-ish gray, which I'm totally fine with that for the rest of my hair since it's kind of already a gray right now. Can only get more gray. There are 3 other shades of this dye. Chestnut, which is basically a maroon brown. Squid, which is pretty much like a dark purple. And Sea Witch, which is like a dark green. I really liked the Sea Witch shade, but I am going out of town next week and I just don't feel like experimenting with green hair right now. But when I mentioned I was doing this video earlier to my boyfriend, he said that if this goes well, he would be willing to let me do Sea Witch on his hair. So let me know if you guys want that. This is semi-permanent hair color, so it's nothing like the L'Oreal High Color, I believe, which does lighten your hair. So my roots are pretty long at this point. They're almost pretty much like half of my hair. So I figured I have more than enough space for us to test out. And then we can also see how it looks through my other hair. I am going to bleach my roots in a couple weeks, so I will definitely film when I do that. So I figured, you know what, let's just make the bleaching process harder on myself and dye them charcoal right now. So I'm just going to put on gloves right away because this is quite a dark color and I don't really want my hands stained this dark right now. Of course, I'm already puncturing holes in them. Okay. So a good way to kind of test what color your hair is going to is to put it on a white paper towel, and that will give you a little bit more of an idea of what the color is. Because when it's in the bottle, it can look a little darker. You maybe not really see the undertone of it. But when you put it on a white paper towel, it really shows its true color. So I just did that with this, and here's what the charcoal gray looks like. It looks sort of dark purple to me. Do you see the difference on the paper towel and then in the bottle? So I'm going to kind of hope that I don't really get a lot on the rest of my hair, but you know, whatever happens, happens. So I swear I intended on going and getting a brush for this, but it didn't end up happening. But I'm not going to not film this because I don't have like that brush, so whatever. So basically I'm just going to use this, and I think with this I'm just going to dip it in and then comb it through because I think that's kind of going to be the best method for not getting it too much in my hair and just kind of go like that. I would actually be really excited if this did turn my roots sort of a purpley gray, because then I feel like my roots would look a little bit more like an ombre rather than roots. So I'm just going to basically dip it in. So here are my roots before, just for reference. I'm hoping with all of my lights that this will really be able to show up. So I'm just going to kind of start going through. Yep, I'm pretty confident that this is going to actually do something. Can you see it on my actual hair? So I know I'm getting a little bit on this hair, but I'm fairly certain that a good amount is going to run through my hair, which is fine. It is semi-permanent and I do know how to remove color. I figure absolute worst case, if this is really stuck in my hair, then I will just have to do a color removing video, which I know that a lot of you want anyway. I know that some people get a lot upset all the time about things being like proper and perfect and whatever, but I can't get myself to really care that much about something being like 100% perfect. You know, it would actually be nice if this took away like that weird yellow in between my like really blonde hair and my roots. Okay, so I am done now. I know we got a couple blonde hair casualties. It's fine. I already know that a lot of people are going to be upset by how I did it, but don't you worry about it because it's my hair and you don't have to copy me. You don't even have to watch this video. So now that we got that all out of the way, I am going to go sit with this on my hair for 30 minutes. Then I'm going to wash it out and then I will show you guys the end result, if it dyed my brown hair, how much it bled onto my blonde hair, all of that good stuff. So yeah, I will see you guys in a bit. Hey guys, so I am back and my hair is dry and I have some makeup on now. So as you can see, my hair looks a ton darker, and I don't really think it's because of this. I think it's because of the roots. I think that overall it made my roots darker, but it didn't necessarily change the color or really even the tone that much. Let me see if I can show you guys up close, but I feel like my roots are literally just like 3 shades darker and really nothing else. I have this piece right here that is a bit lighter, and I don't really feel like it did much to that either. Overall, I think that this charcoal color would probably really need to be used on a lot lighter hair. I would say this is definitely on the light brown spectrum, and even then I think that it would probably turn a tiny bit more maybe blue. I originally thought that it looked really purple, but upon it washing through my hair it looks very blue. I actually really love how my hair turned out. When I sent a picture to my boyfriend, he responded back with, "Your hair looks a lot more consistent," which I know is usually a weird response from a boyfriend, but that's exactly what I've been wanting with my hair. I think that with really light colors, it's really hard to get your hair a consistent shade, especially I know that I've talked about before that there's that weird part in my hair between the roots and my blonde part that is sort of a couple shades darker and a little bit more yellow that I struggle to really get dye onto or to dye, and it always kind of ends up looking like I missed a bunch of spots, and since my roots are so long it ends up looking like really splotchy here, and my hair just always looks like a mess, and I feel like in turn it makes me look like a little bit of a mess as well. But since I put that on the roots and I also tried to get it on those sort of off-colored darker yellower spots, I feel like my hair looks like a solid ombre more or less now. I have a little bit of varying tones, but I feel like overall there's not really spaces that, and it looks, I would say it looks more on the bluer side of gray, but I would say more of like a really steel gray. Also because I had that original periwinkle color from Arctic Fox under, I think it will definitely go more blue gray. I really like the color that it washed through though, but it definitely did really. So overall, I would say that on my tone of hair, which before I didn't think was extremely dark. I thought it was more of a medium tone brown. The charcoal shade definitely does not work to make the hair a gray tone. It definitely does work to darken it, but I don't really see any sort of gray coming through my roots at all. Or even like this blue shade, I don't really just see any of it. Now my boyfriend did say that he would be willing to let me put Sea Witch on his hair, which is the green shade. So let me know by giving this video a like if you want me to do that to his hair. He has a little bit lighter natural hair than me, so we can probably get a really good feel for that. I do want to show you guys the sort of section in between my roots and the blonde that it dyed. It turned, I would say, a tiny bit more on the greener side of blue, like right here and sort of right here. I probably won't be dyeing my hair any differently over the next couple weeks. So if you consistently watch my videos, you can kind of see how over time the shade fades from my roots and from my hair. And that is all I have for you guys today. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye!